Hello everyone and welcome to another Racquet Showdown video. Today we're going to be testing out the shifts, Wilson's newest line. I start out here with the Wilson version 1, which is 300 grams, at 16 by 20 string pattern. Blade features again, and in this video both of us are going to use our more favoured rackets. I from the beginning felt more comfortable with the 300, and he just generally likes the feel and of the 315, so doesn't mean it's right or wrong, it's just different really. The 300 gives you a more flighty and spinny feel. The spin on this racket feels quite different to the Extreme Tour, even though it produces similar results. The shift at first doesn't feel like a racket that you can slice well with, but with time you'll come to see that it's one of its good properties. And for the backhand, I felt that the 300 played much better than the 315. It's a lot better on the one-hander, in my opinion. But it doesn't quite have that nice top spin. It seems to be lacking in that rip feel that you get on certain rackets for one-hand backhand. And this is where the shift shined in both the versions. It had that Wilson crispness, that Wilson stability, and you could finish nicely with volleys. It had that stability to it. The Wilson Shift Pro. I will start out by noting that this racket requires no added weight.
Wow, it's so much more complicated.
I reckon that's just because of the racket shape.
Say again?
It's because of the racket shape, I reckon. This actually feels a lot similar to my blade.
There he was commenting about the 300, the 16 by 20. I think that the 16 by 20, or the version 1, is a more spinnier version of the blade with some advantages of the blade, like good serving, good slicing, good feel. But the Shift Pro gives you a lot more plow through, it's a lot more stable racket. Despite having a good plow through, if you compare this to, say, the Head Speed MP, which has a similar trait, there's a difference in how they feel. I think this racket is a bit more coarse, or a bit more precise, and it's a much more harder hitting racket. This is another area where the Pro shines compared to the 300. It felt very stable. You felt very strong and solid doing any kind of volleys with this racket.
What the? Okay, go.
I didn't really come to enjoy the feeling on the Pro compared to the 300. It just didn't feel right to me. It felt slightly less maneuverable, but that was just my feeling about it. So I didn't like the feel on the hand. Now here I'm only going between 70 to sometimes 90% of my capacity in serving, and even then it feels that this racket you can just get good power, good direction, and it's easy to serve with compared to certain other rackets out there. It's a racket which really does favour serving. Now, whether they know it or not, it seems like the shift has taken some characteristics of the blade, which is a great serving racket, into this racket. The only addition with the Pro to the 300 and serving is that the Pro gives you more of what 300 is. And that's because the Pro is 15 grams heavier. It's playable in competition at nearly every level. And that's what you've got to do with the 300. However, on kick serves, I didn't quite like it as much, but it certainly does pack a punch. Now, to note here, I'm going to do a future video which will feature the shifts a lot more, in a lot more detail. So tune in for that. Keep watching the series.
Oh. Oh no. Ah! Oh.
Now, to be honest, this racket was not even initially on my list. I came to like it more I played with it, and I'm going to give it a certainly a nudge. Now, I've heard various YouTubers give different commentaries as to whether they like it or not like it, whether this is a gimmick, whether one shouldn't be deceived even by this racket, that it has light sides, dark sides. I just think some of those things can be true, and none of those things may apply to you at all. You've just got to go out there and try this and see how it feels to you. And I think it's a great addition. It's something that Wilson has stepped up, which they had to, given the fact that the burn wasn't really going anywhere. There's been development in other racket companies that far outweighs what Wilson has done for years. So this is a good step up. Now that's it for me. Now it's time for the results from this showdown.